Radio Bypass, bringing you rock and roll music that deserves to be heard. Discover new bands. Here's some old favorites on Radio Bypass.
Hey guys, joining us on Radio Bypass today are Dave Anthony and Scott Lano from the band Ten Ton Mojo. Welcome, gentlemen. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? What's happening?
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, glad to have you guys here. You've just released a new single recently, Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul, and I love it. We do a weekly music show on Saturdays. I did play it a couple weeks back on that show. We'll definitely be adding it again during our conversation here. And I know you guys have some history. I know you've been around a bit, but you were new to me when I received that single, and I loved it. So I'd like to know more about your band. How long have you guys been together? And give us a little history on Ten Ton Mojo.
What's it been now? How long you been in the band now, Dave?
I've been in the band since 2019. The band has existed a little bit longer than I have, but I've been around. So my tenure in the band has been since 2019, so I'm about 6 years old.
So I guess you could say the current lineup and what we've been up to lately has been since around 2019. The band really started, I think, around 2012, I think, was when we first started.
Gotcha. And obviously, you've kept at it, which is great. And now we get a chance to discover you here, which I'm so excited about. So let's talk a little bit about previous releases. So I know we've got the Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul as the current single. I found that there was an EP that had been released. Am I missing anything else that's out there for people?
Well, we also wanted to mention Carmelita. That one's probably one of our biggest hits out there.
That was a single we put out. And then we also did, right before Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul, we did a single with Matt Starr. Which was really cool. He produced a song called Bad Love.
Yeah, I saw that Matt was listed in the credits. And Matt's been on this show before. Did he just fill the producer role, or did he do the drums on the track as well?
He was just the producer on that. Our drummer, Paul Sugarcane, played drums on it. But, it was an amazing experience for the band to hang and work with Matt.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I saw that. And then as long as we're talking production, I was intrigued to see that you guys worked with Max Norman, who has, produced so many records that I love. He's written songs that I love and just done a lot of things musically that I love for many years now. How did you guys come to work with Max Norman?
We met Max in New York City at one of our shows, and he, expressed interest and liked the band. Was just one of those meetings, and we actually all get along really well. We're friends, and he was like, let's go in the studio and let's do some of your guys' stuff. Let's make this happen. Honestly, I think the whole bunch of last stuff that we've all done with Max. Dave mentioned Carmelita. We did that with Max Norman. So
I think that was our first track we did with Max. Yeah.
So, we've been working with him now for a couple of years, and it's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure and an amazing time to, hang and work with the guy.
Yeah, he also did our, as we mentioned, Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul, the single. There was an EP prior to that under that same name, Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul, a 4-song EP. And Max did all that as well.
It's awesome. And he filled the producer role, I assume engineering as well?
Yeah, he's there for the whole thing. He mixes and masters all our tunes. And at this point, it's like an automatic. It's like, we're just like, hey, we're doing songs. He's like, okay, let's do them.
Yeah, we also had an engineer, Billy Perez, working with him at SST Studios in Weehawken, New Jersey.
Gotcha. And you guys actually recorded as a unit then? Not just a bunch of Pro Tool tracks getting emailed back and forth?
No, man, we're all in the room together. And yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, you got to see that studio. It's fantastic. The live room is phenomenal.
Big room with all of us kind of, in our spots, and we take it from there.
Gotcha. And have you guys been, since your inception, so many times you start out doing a lot of covers and stuff, but have you guys been doing your own music since the beginning, or has that been a more recent?
Yeah. No, pretty much have been, of course we do our fair share of covers like any band. And, we all have our influences, but yeah, we've always been a band that has written their own tunes and have had almost an exclusively, original kind of set.
Nice. And
Coming in an anomaly at that original end.
what, say that again about Carmelita?
Oh no, I said we're becoming an anomaly. Like I'm just noticing there's not a lot of original bands like really out anymore. Big ones that have been, but as far as like us still trying to break through, it's getting less or few and far between. A lot more cover bands out there, tribute bands. So it's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Sacramento, California now, but most of my life I'm from Chicago, and I saw a lot of changes there. You can't even get booked anymore if you want to be a working musician unless you're doing covers. What's it like where you guys are at? Is there support for original bands with original music?
I mean, I think New York City still has a scene for original music, yeah, but mostly like, I mean, over the last year or so, we've been on the road more, doing a lot of, biker stuff, Sturgis, Texas and just, getting out there and playing because, the club scene is the cover scene and the tribute band scene more like Chicago. So we take it on the road.
It's definitely tough for a lot of bands. That's why I mentioned we're kind of an anomaly. It's, a lot of original bands aren't making a lot of the headway. I'm not saying that there aren't other ones. We actually have been playing with a bunch of them, but it's tough. It's tough out there. We're happy to be one of the ones that everybody's picking.
That's good. That's good. Well, that's really good. Yeah. Well, and I agree. I mean, that's one of the reasons I do this podcast. Even, it's not just for musicians that have already made a name. I'm looking for people trying to make their name too, because I know it's so hard out there. It's changed so much since I was young. There was a lot more support for original music than what I see nowadays. And I don't know. The internet is good and bad all at the same time too. There's so many channels now to try to promote yourself, but then it's almost too many channels to promote yourself, and you get lost. So that's why I like to try to compile stuff here if I can, and try to point my old radio listeners. I try to point them to this show. Like, hey, if you still are excited about new music, like I am, here's an easy place to find a bunch of new stuff all at once and not have to figure out where to go clicking around to find it.
Yeah,
it's a new game. It definitely changes up a lot of the business of music, and like you said, with technology comes some great opportunities, but also can also hinder things as well. And just like a lot of bands in the 70s, there were tons of great bands. Some of them just kind of disappeared in the wayside. That's kind of the technological side of how that's working with all the streaming and I guess on that end.
Sure.
But the live show is still the connection, and building your audience that way by getting up and playing in front of people it still exists, and we live for that kind of stuff.
And we pride ourselves on sounding just like we do on the album.
Yeah, I watched some of your video stuff today, and at Carmelita today was the first time I heard that song, and it was smoking. So yeah, really, really good. And yeah, you should pride yourself on that. Real rock, baby, real rock.
That's it.
Yeah.
No machines.
No machines.
But only the best.
That's right. Well, let's talk a little bit, since my introduction to you is this Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul single. As soon as I heard it, I thought, man, what a great high energy slab of rock and roll. What can you tell us about that song? Writing it, how'd you feel about it? Did you set out to make it a high energy slab of rock and roll? Although all your stuff that I've heard now is kind of that way anyway. But tell us a little bit about it.
We definitely go with some high energy, positive vibes on that one, about, being free, being a free spirit, going out there and, living your life the way you want to live your life, and so there was definitely some energy put behind that. And,
100%.
Totally.
Yeah. Awesome.
Glad you picked up on that, because it's in there for sure. Yeah.
We didn't need to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I say, I like the song so much that I don't know if it's you or the other guitarist that came up with the opening riff, but even just that opening riff is just a great way that song starts out. and it just goes from there. You start out like a jet plane taxiing down the runway, and then boy, it's a quick takeoff, you know.
Yeah, right on, man. Right on.
So since we have a singer and a guitarist, do you what would you say for guitar would be your top two guitar influences?
My top two guitar influences. One is very easy, Jimmy Page. The second one, man, there's so many guys that I love. That's really hard.
I'll let you just stick with your first favorite then. For me, that's my answer is always Jeff Beck.
I want to pick the guys from Skinnerd, you know, but there's three of them. So
Right.
can I do Jimmy Page and then the guys from Skinnerd
Sure.
as my
Washington, Collins, Ed King, whoever.
Yeah, Washington, Collins, and Gaines. And even then, you know, Ed King on the early stuff. But yeah, I love the guitar work on the Skinnerd records, and I love Jimmy Page.
Good choices. All right. Singers.
I mean, I always liked Robert Plant a lot, sticking with the Zeppelin over there. You know, Zeppelin are gods. Basically, I consider them gods among men. And I'd have to say number two, name's escaping me right now. What is Creedence singer again? John
Fogerty. Yeah.
I definitely developed a lot of my gruff and really got an appreciation for Southern music with John Fogerty.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I had to ask that question. And then what else should, if Ten Ton Mojo is new to me like it is and everyone else, what should we all know about your band? How would you describe your band?
The new classic rock. That's what we definitely like to say. I mean, you want to put more description into it, maybe bluesy Southern rock.
You know, Ralph, we're a bunch of really nice guys. So, you know.
In the end, that's the most important.
Yeah.
We're just good family loving people.
You know, we're easy, you know, you would like us.
And where did the name come from, Ten Ton Mojo?
You know, there's been a lot of rumors about where that came from, but maybe it was an old moonshine. Maybe it was a good luck charm, but you know, we've heard a lot of different stories. It's kind of been lost over time, but it's one of those things.
Okay. I think it was the moonshine, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Before my time, clearly,
Yeah.
but I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was the moonshine. Someone's grandparent.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess besides working with Max, we touched on Matt Starr. You've got the EP, you've got the single out, you've got the EP out. What's next for you guys? What's coming up next? Is there going to be another release, full album, some touring?
We're going to be in the studio. We're going to be in the studio most of the winter, and we're going to have an EP out sometime next year, and then we'll probably hit the road in the spring and summer, just like we did this year. So look for a new release from us in March or April of 2026.
And we also got this brand new beer app from Apex Brewery, Rebel Heart IPA.
So they did a beer for their 5th anniversary. This was it. Of course, it's the single.
Yeah, bring that up here. There you go. Now I can see it better.
It's cool.
Are they a microbrewery near where you guys are at?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're near, about 2 hours upstate from us, because we're downstate New York. And it's called a place called Monroe, New York. And they make great beer there. We hooked up with them actually through.
Yeah. It was their 5th anniversary. They wanted to do a beer. We went up there. We played the gig. They named the beer after us. We were super honored and thrilled. I mean, to have a Rebel Heart IPA is super cool. And
yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Have a beer named after you is cool. I mean, I don't even drink anymore. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker either, but I might be interested in ordering that just because it's kind of cool. Can they get that at tentonmojo.com or do we have to find a brewery?
You got to go through the brewery. It's better to go through the brewery, Apex Brewery. They've got a website. You can find them and call them and ask them how you can get some Rebel Heart IPA.
I love that. I love that. That just came out recently?
Yeah, it's like literally like a week or two, right?
I think 2 weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks.
I had a show 2 weeks ago up there at the brewery for the unveiling of it. It was also their like 5th anniversary of being open. And we just kind of took off. It's also being sold at the Stanley Theater in Utica now, so it's starting to grow.
Awesome. Awesome. I can't say I've had too many bands on this show that have their own named IPA, so that's pretty cool. Coffee seems to be more the big thing.
Yeah.
Coffee. Yeah, maybe we do need our own coffee.
We're going to need our own coffee. Beer.
That's next. That's next.
Priority.
Because I need 10 tons of coffee to get myself going every morning, so.
10-ton grind.
That's right.
Exactly. And then you guys, one other thing.
We all have coffee.
Yeah. Oh, I can't live with that. I mean, even now, I've been traveling a lot the last couple of weeks, and so I haven't gotten back on a normal sleep pattern yet. So I'm still drinking coffee even late in the day here today. Although it's earlier here, obviously, than it is for you guys. But one other thing we didn't touch on is your songwriting process. Do you guys write all together, or are you two kind of a songwriting team, or how do you guys come about writing your songs?
I mean, usually somebody brings an idea in, and then the band together kind of finishes the tune off. We start with an idea from one guy or another, and then we all throw our 2 cents in, and we mix it up in the bowl, and then it comes out the way it does.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm really glad you guys were here. I'm glad to know more about your band. You said you're going to be working during the winter, so I assume no live dates much coming up for you guys right now then.
We got one show coming up on November 6th at Debonair Music Hall. That's in Teaneck, New Jersey. We opened for a band, Parker Barrow. We actually played with them once before at a place in Maryland called Live at Hub City Vinyl. Really great band also. It's going to be a great show, both of us.
They're out of Nashville, right?
I believe they are
out of Nashville. Great band. Check them out when you get a chance. And this will be our second gig with them. We're looking forward to it.
And definitely make sure you check out 10 Ton Mojo.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, before we go, at the end of this, I'm going to add Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul to the show, to this interview. What other track should we put out in this interview? What do you guys think? And let me get my pen ready, too, so I can write it down. What, do you have a song that you think is the most defining song that you guys have made yet of what 10 Ton Mojo is all about? Or maybe that is Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul.
I mean, with it being pushed right now, I suppose, but I know, we could take one from the last EP.
Yeah, off the last EP. Why don't you play Easy Come, Easy Go?
Yeah, that one's got.
I think it's a really definitive song.
I listened to that song today as well.
We got a second on YouTube. It's actually, we got a ton of hits on that one. That one did really well on YouTube.
Which one?
Easy Come, Easy Go.
Okay. I'm writing it down. Yeah, I listened to that today too. And then on our next music show, I'd like to add another song too, if that's okay with you guys. Because I'm totally digging the band, really love it. I hope you guys can work your way on these little shows that you're doing. And Sturgis isn't as close either, but if you can get out to the West Coast, Northern California, love to see you here.
Yeah.
We did Sturgis in 2024, actually.
Yeah, we want to get out. We definitely want to be out in California in 2026.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good. I hope that works. All right, guys. Well, everybody checking this out. Stick around for a couple of killer tracks from a great high-energy rock and roll band, 10 Ton Mojo. Check out tentonmojo.com and follow these guys on social media. I assume is just like 10 Ton Mojo also, or 10 Ton Mojo Official. What's your social media handles?
Just straight up 10 Ton Mojo. Yeah, you can find us on any social media under that.
Perfect.
Go to our website, www.tentonmojo.com. It's got all the links for all the social media and places to listen to music.
Also, some great merch we got there.
Got the merch, all of that on our website.
Yeah, and maybe you'll put a link up there to the beer.
Yeah.
We'll work up there to the beer.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's a good idea, Ralph.
That's what I'm here for. All right. Well, everybody, we've been talking to Dave Anthony and Scott Lano from 10 Ton Mojo. Stick around right now. Check out their latest single coming up right now, Rebel Heart Gypsy Soul. And then stick around for Easy Come, Easy Go, because it rocks. Thanks for being here on Radio Bypass, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ralph.
Stay country man.